Good morning, everybody. Just dropped my pole. I hiked out of the. Then I get that pole back. Come on. Pretty good at hooking them. I take one corner of the pole and I hook it and bring it back up. But anyway, let's turn this thing. There's where I just climbed out of the hole from last night, a half a mile down. There's the Appalachian Trail coming down, and we've got back on the Appalachian Trail again. And we've got, my plan is, I'm eating more now. So the only thing I've got left, I don't have any candy bars, don't have any nuts, don't have any trail mix. I'm down to one good big protein bar. That's what I'm gonna have for lunch today. I've got a couple ramens. I do have a couple one other candy bar. And I've got some dehydrated milk. So I do have some calories in there. Not particularly what I want to eat, but I've got them. And I'm going to be just about out of my food bag tonight. I'm going to hike. It's going to be a pretty tough hike, 13 miles to Crosby Knob Shelter. And from there, it's pretty much downhill. There's a climb, but it's pretty much downhill all the way out of the park. And I'm going to be just about empty food bag. Might not have any food bag. I might wake up with no food tomorrow and have to hike out of the park with no food, but I'll have water. And so, but the good news is, if I stay on schedule here, get up, get a night's sleep, I'll be in Standing Bear at a pretty decent hour tomorrow. And Standing Bear Hostel, it does have a little store where I can get frozen pizza. I can get some resupply there. Probably gonna spend the night tomorrow night there, and then it'll be on to Hot Springs. All right, let's go. That's a beautiful morning, beautiful weather. Cool breeze up here in this saddle right here. Oh man. Just done a big climb. Oh. Whew. After a mammoth climb up on another conifer ridge. We go down for half a mile, then we climb again. I go down here, see where this spring is running. Let's go check it out. I remember being in this shelter 10 years ago. It was cold and rainy coming up here, and it was cold. I hiked all the way from Newfound Gap, coming here at night. There's one spot left. This place is crowded. It was raining, cold. Whew. I had a fire going. This is a cool shelter. I thought I read somewhere where Eleanor Roosevelt actually hiked out here. Well, that'd been a job for the Secret Service. There's a privy over there. This is a really cool place. There's the water. Luckily, it's still running. It's been dry. That's usually a really good spring, and it is dry. I'm gonna have good water though. I got it going. I think I'm gonna cook some lunch here. And got some good cold mountain water coming. Alrighty. I only got one of them red squirrels. They chatter. They're red looking. They ain't like the ones back home. They red looking. This one right here ain't. Hey guy. All the rest of your kinfolk are just scared of me. There he goes. Yeah. Another blackberry patch. All along here, it's all blackberry. But now, all up and down here. Oh, look at that view. A little socked in, but yeah. Yeah, look at the berry patch here. Look at that mulberry. All right. Heightened bear activity at Crosby Knob Shelter. What I just read on my app. That's where we're heading. 5 more miles. Hey. Hello out there. You know, not a whole lot of places like this. especially in the United States, where you get this feeling that it hadn't changed much since you got the feeling what the first white man saw when he walked out here. Some of the early French trappers, some of what they would have seen. Actually, the landscape's a little different. There was giant chestnut trees, and a blight got them. And just recently, in the last 40 years, the Fraser firs have been dying out here. You've seen some of them big Fraser firs. There's still some of them left. Well, they got a disease. But I guess over the millennia, there's been different tree types, and there'll always be different tree types out here. And this mountain laurel is just, that's a staple. There's them conifers, some spruce. Oh man, just absolutely gorgeous out here. It's just starting to bud out. Everything's just starting to bud out. Now that's definitely part of an aircraft. That's part of the turbine or something. It's supposed to be a plane crash site around here somewhere. I'm not going to go down that steep trail there. We'll go back up. I'll keep my eye open, see if there's better. All right, I come 2 tenths down the mountain. I see another piece right here. So that makes sense. It probably hit the top up there where I saw that part of that turbine. Whatever, it hit the top and then careened down this side. Disintegrated coming down this side. So I think I don't see any paths down there. I wonder if it's down there. I'm not going down there, but that might be where it's at. All right, we come to a major intersection. The Snake Den Ridge Trail. That sounds like a lovely trail. Well, we want the Appalachian Trail. And we want to go to Crosby now, 3.9 miles. We're going this way. So much Snake Den Ridge Trail. Ooh, way down here. Way down there. I love the Smokies. Smoky Ridge rocks. All right, we're getting there almost to Crosby Knob here in a couple miles. I'll tell you, these extended downhill sections, you're just cruising and just taking your time, being easy on the joints. You just feel like singing, man. I think today's Monday. Is today Monday? I think it is. It's a beautiful Monday. Yeah, yeah. All right. Now tomorrow, if I decide to stay at Crosby and not move on tonight, it'll be so much downhill. I'm going to strap my knees. I'm going to go from close to 6,000 feet all the way down to the Pigeon River at 13,000 feet, 1,300 feet. That's going to be a long down stretch. I'm going to strap them. I got some real good knee straps. I'm going to strap my knees up. And I think that's going to be it because my knees feel good. I'm probably going to send them straps home. I'm definitely going to strap them tomorrow. Or if I go on tonight, I can night hike. I ain't but 10 miles from Standing Bear. I mean, you don't get tired when you're going downhill. It's just automatic pilot. I just strut along. I don't get in a hurry going downhill because it's more impact on my joints. So I take my time. I just stroll downhill. It's a beautiful Monday. Oh yeah. Look at that Mount Laurel, man. That is so cool. I'm in a Mountain Laurel forest. Mountain Laurel tiny forest. All right. Here we go. I just realized something. I just checked my date. It's not Monday, it's Tuesday. So today will accumulate, it should be day 27, I think. It should be. Because remember, I'm always one day behind on this will end up being my 1 month total mileage on today. My first month, I'll have totals for mileage today, which will be whatever my mileage is. But, oh my God, look at this. Look at that right there. He camouflage. Look at this guy. Hey, buddy. Hey. He's scared to death, ain't you? There he goes. He jumped up there. Rabbit. A red bunny rabbit. I'll see you later, guy. I'm gonna leave you alone. It's a cool looking thing. All right. But my day is always behind because I count the approach trail. So it's like -1, minus day 1. So at day 27, I'll have a full month of mileage statistics in. Or that's when my week's end on Tuesday. So my mileage weighs. I see this would be a better mileage week than last week. I think this one I'm going to end up with about 65 miles. And I want to work this mileage up, especially when I get rid of this pack weight. I've got, at some point, I'm going to have to start doing 90s, anywhere from 90 to 110 a week. If I'm going to get this thru hike in. I mean, that's just the way it is. You got to put on the miles. And everything's looking good. It's looking good, believe it or not. Because I know the terrain, I know Virginia, I know what to expect. And even though I'm behind, I know my pack weight is more than what I've usually been doing my distance hikes with because of the underquilt. I've got an underquilt for that hammock. I'm also carrying a thermarest mattress. I mean, I'm overkill. And I'm overkill because I was worried about the cold weather. And the thermarest, heavy duty thermarest that I've got, it's got a really good R value and it's really strong. It doesn't pop very easy. I can throw it on the ground. The underquilt is 10 degrees. Underquilt warms me up in that hammock really well. But I've got a 20 degree overquilt. So when you're doing the hammock with an underquilt and overquilt, it's kind of like having 2 sleeping bags. Or more like a sleeping bag and a half. Now when I'm hiking with just that Blackbird hammock, that Cuban tarp, super light Cuban tarp, and just a top quilt, I'm going to be running lighter than I've ever run before. Right now I'm running heavier than I've ever run before on a distance hike. But that's fixing to change because I'm going to be mailing some stuff home. And I'm also going to be mailing, not right yet though, but I'm going to mail the cooking system, my entire cooking system home. I'm going cold soak. And that's going to be important. Everything. Everywhere where I can lose a pound or 2, I'm taking it off. My knee wraps. I've always had knee wraps on my hikes. My knees are toughened up, and I've took care of them real well. That's why I've gotten in low miles because I go downhill real slow on this hike because I'm in it for the long haul, and so the knee wraps are going. That's another half a pound because they're big. So them new mailing them back. I'm mailing that phone back. I've got cables I'm going to get rid of. I'm only going to carry a 10 anchor power back, and it's not a real heavy one, so I'm going with that. And everything looks good, man. And I've got my clothes. My clothes are dialed in. I've hiked so much. I know exactly what I need as far as clothes, and it's not much. And, you know, everything I've got fits in two small kayak bags, you know, leak-proof bags, watertight. So dry bags. So I'm going to be dialed completely in by Damascus. By the time I get to Hot Springs, I'm going to be semi-dialed in. I'm going to get rid of this extra phone and all this other little things that I really don't need. And I might even get rid of the belly bag. The belly thing might go too. I'm not carrying. I'm not even carrying a sewing kit. I'm not carrying a first aid. My first aid kit is a tube of Neosporin. That's my first aid kit. So I mean, I guess, you know, break my leg or something, I just take a glob of Neosporin on it and take off. You know, I don't know. I'm running light. All right, here we go. Cut this thing off. Make some trail. I had my days mixed up. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Ooh yeah. That's what song I was. Have to change the name from Monday to Tuesday. All right, that's a good one. And never look, there's an egg rock. An egg rock. Yep. He's been sitting along that trail here for the last several thousand years, at least. And all the indigenous people come by. And I wonder how many of them thought you looked like an egg. A perfect little egg rock. Perfect little chair. Supports my pack. What a wonderful little egg rock. Wonderful egg rock. It feels good. Sitting on the egg rock. Sitting on the egg rock. Crack! No! Seen a lot of that Hurricane Helene damage here and there. Whew. That dry county knob, we're coming from that way. 7.6 miles, yeah. That's where we ate lunch. Crosby Knob. We're going to Crosby Knob. We'll come back, take a right here when I come out. All right, let's go. Ooh-doo. There's an arc to the hammock hang. Good hang.